Hello and welcome to Allshorts, the place where we try to unmadden the madness, but probably make it madder. Can it get any worse? Oh, no, probably not. The whole thing is gone stark raving bonkers. We've got Liz Truss. Oh my God, pork markets, Liz Truss. Oh dear.
Pork markets.
Oh yes, we have. And she's about to cause an international incident. She's done it before. You could argue. Well, she could ignite World War III. Oh. She clearly doesn't, give a diddly squat about Taiwan. No. And she's just trying to get attention for herself. She's had to put it. Narcissistic behaviour, you could say. Probably. Maybe. We'll see. Well. No, yes, she has. Yeah, she has narcissistic tendency, like a lot of the Tory politicians. I'm sure you'd agree that Alexander Boris the Fairfield Johnson, him with the fluffy hair, if you remember, well, he's a narcissist too. A bit like Trump, who happens to be.
And tremendously wet.
That he is. Well, Liz Truss is apparently going on a trip to Taiwan. International relations and all that. Well, what the hell's the government playing at? Surely they're going to put a stop to this. The last time she had, how to put it, international relations was with Russia. And 2 weeks later, after, Sergei Lavrov called her a flippin' idiot because she didn't know which sea is which. Yeah, her geography wasn't too great. No. Well, I've got an extra hat. Oh, okay. Well, because her geography wasn't too great, she got confused. And Sergei Lavrov pretty much, he did call her an idiot. Yeah. And all she was doing when she was there, if you watched it at all, she was, it's just like, you get them dolls, like a doll, and you kind of pull the string on the back and it starts talking. A bit like that. And you ask it another question, you pull the string again, and the same words come out. Just the same old rhetoric comes out of her trap every single time. I think we need to pay homage to the lettuce that beat her. Was it Daddy Sport? Was it Daddy Star or something? Did that? That was pretty funny. That was streaming. That's a brilliant idea. Which I thought of it. Well, there you go. But then again, she got beaten by a lettuce. That she did. But the last time she, there might be a bit of a conspiracy theory, maybe. But I'm gonna put it out there anyway. Oh, there we go. I'm headbutting with my hat. Well, when Liz Truss met with Sergei Lavrov, and he assured her that, no, we've got no intentions of invading Ukraine, although they were actually, be fair, were, how to put it, accruing armaments on the border. And 2 weeks later, though, obviously, Sergei Lavrov, he went back to report to Putin, they're all fucking idiots!
I'm so sorry.
That's the only conclusion I can come up with. Quite frankly. Because 2 weeks after her permanent visit to Russia, to the Kremlin, Russia invaded Ukraine. Yeah, we'll beat this. We'll win this one. But what they didn't consider was, the fortitude of the Ukrainian people. Because quite frankly, they are flippin' amazing. Unbelievably so. Ingenuitive isn't a word for it. They're taking domestic drones and equipping them with armaments and dropping them on the Kremlin and other places. Apparently. Maybe. They say it wasn't them. But there you go. Who knows? Anyway. So Liz Truss is going to potentially spark an international situation. And, it's not going to bode well for everybody if she puts her oar in. I'm a little concerned, if you don't mind me saying. Yeah. Anyway, I better just double check that I'm not talking to myself. Apparently I'm not. Look, say no, I'm not talking to myself. Oh, phew. Well, it might be if there's no one here, though. Let's see who's here. Oh, we have got people here. Hello, Jasper. Let me get this chat out, and then we'll have a little chinwag, and then we'll talk about Liz Truss, because this is dangerous. Seriously dangerous. but who am I to say? Liz Truss, well, her husband, like mathematicians and stuff, you see, brilliant economics, as we found out firsthand, and paid the price. But there you go. Oh, blimey, we've got a few people here. We've got some people here. I like people. People are good. More people, the merrier. Let me just see what we've got going on over here. Oh, here we go. Anyway, this is a warm-up show, so it can't go over 1 hour this time. Even my 1 hour's end up 2 hours or maybe 3. But, anyway, this is a 1 hour show, and I will be handing over the gauntlet to the Snowflake Show. It happens to be at 9 o'clock. I better just double check it is Wednesday, because I'm a bit stupid, I am. I'm terrible at dates these days. It is Wednesday. That's okay then. So yes, I'll be handing the gauntlet over to the Snowflake Show, which is it's with Reagan Lee and Lee Corn, and they need support too. And then they are nice, cut the geezers that they are, decent fellas. Yeah, wokey type. The nice people. So, well. Oh, Mad Monk, I thought you're going out. You have it well in control, bud. This is my last pop, as my brothers are a bit peeved that I'm typing this. Say hello to the brothers. I hope they're well. Oh, there. How's Indie Truck Davey? Oh. Another channel. Don't forget Indie Truck Davey's channel. Oh, he'll be about somewhere. Well, he's going out, Scottish independence is what they want. And I don't blame him either. No, I don't. I really don't blame him. I'm British. I'm English. I'm British. Yeah, okay. I tell you what's really frustrating is, when you scroll down and say, what nationality are you? And it says UK, United Kingdom. Is that nationality? Really? That's why getting the websites over here in France. It doesn't make any sense to me, but there you go. Oh, what can you say? I'm not Scottish, and I'm not Irish either, Northern Irish. No. I'm English. And I'm embarrassed to be. I'm sorry. Sometimes I am. Yeah. But there are good people out there too, Not everybody are numpties, no. Because, many people doing that Brexit referendum, just under 50%, put the cross in the right box that they did. Yeah. So there you go. Hello, P. Dollars. Cheers, Miss Spanner. That sounds offensive, doesn't it, really? I say like that. I do apologise, but I don't mean anything by it. So good afternoon, Sir P. Dollars and Gingers as well. Enjoy your break and welcome whenever you can make it. Oh, Gingers. Hey there. I'll be late as I'll take my afternoon break. Oh, no, always Gingers. You're brilliant, you are. And it would be very nice if you do manage to get over to the UK and if you want to pop over to France, which you have mentioned before, I am more than happy, and so is the missus, more than happy to receive you here. So you can stay here if you want, whatever you want to do anyway, we'll see. Whatever your plans are. Hello, Vincent Brennan. Even all popping off to San Cicero on telly. Sob. Have a great... Oh, cheers, Vincent. Nice to pop in anyway, mate. What's not moving again? Move. There we go. It's moving now. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It's really frustrating. So we're going to have Liz Truss putting her oar in it. I'm just wondering whether or not it's going to get stopped. Whether or not she get nipped in the bud. And I'm just hoping it does, because it's going to be dangerous. Really dangerous. Hello, Jaspers. I like watching French protests. They do know how to protest, the French, I must say, Jasper. And, it's a little worrying as well at times. But I kind of support it, but I don't support the violence. I don't support the violence, and I don't think it's the way to go. I really don't. And I don't support burning tyres and stuff like that. Now, I mentioned this before, when it was the Gilets Jaunes, and I was out there helping, I was out there protesting with them, with a motorbike and stuff, and things on the motorbike and what have you. And, but when it started getting a little bit, had a bit too right-wing for me, that was it. I was off, basically Steve Bannon and, who else was there? And Marine Le Pen and what have you. They all jump on the old bandwagon, anything to undermine the current, sitting government. So, and it became the idea of burning tyres to me is just disgusting, and quite frankly, is not something people should be doing. And I don't think it's not a protest. That's just ignorance. I'm sorry. That is just ignorance. Black smoke come up from from the roundabouts and what have you, where they're piling tyres up and what have you, just to burn. To make a point, it's not really doing yourself any favours or anybody else. It's foolish. There you go. I had my 2 pence worth there. I don't want to kill the planet, you see. No. And I don't want to help kill the planet. Because some things are more important. It's actually more important than us. We don't think so. No, we think we're the most important and the planet is there for us. But no. We should be behaving like custodians of this planet and treating it with respect. But no, let's destroy it. That's kind of what we're doing. Oh, let's have a protest and burn a load of flipping tractor tyres. No. Anyway, that's my little rant. So anyway, Tories don't get tasered. Oh no, but some poor bloke did. Whether he deserved it or not, the 2 dogs that got shot didn't. If anyone's seen that, I'm not going to show that clip because it's it's horrible, absolutely horrible. I'm absolutely disgusted at that. But there you go. If you look at the details of what's going on, the 2 dogs that got shot. If anyone's seen the clip, basically 2 dogs got shot by the police, and they said it's for safety reasons and what have you. The dogs weren't even aggressive or anything. It was just they were frightened. And they were leashed together. We have a conjoining harness. No, we have one here. We have a conjoining harness if we want. So the dogs are they're tethered together. They tire each other out, you see. So when you walk them, it's brilliant. And that's what the guy had on them. Whether he should have had animals, not as irrelevant. The dogs didn't deserve that. They didn't. Peter Dollars. Hello, Joe. Peter Dollars. Oh, right. He can just play with his Legos while being driven around by a chauffeur. Now, I'm really confused. What? John Meros, can he ride a car? Or does... I'm going backwards, by the way. Or does he need a chauffeur? I'm getting really confused. Can Sunak ride a car without a pillow or something? Oh, he talked about my card. Well, I saw it's Ben. It's an artist. He quite often does drawings for the Guardian and having various other papers. But he's really good. If you look at the corner of the card, you'll see the artist name is Ben something or other. Not Ben Ridding. Someone else I know. But anyway. Yeah. Well, the point is that, Richie Sunak got caught out, didn't he, by, he basically videoed himself while he was travelling in the car without a seatbelt on and, doing one of the little video vlogs and what have you. And Boris Johnson just recently did the same. It's like no one learns. I don't understand how you wouldn't think. You're about to make an address to the world, or at least the country, and there you are, in a car with no seatbelt on, and blah, 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 to your camera. You're basically breaking the law. Nothing will happen, obviously, but it's not the point, is it? It's just you expect these people to be clever. You expect these people to look at the details. But no, they don't look at the detail. That's why we're in such a mess. Isn't it when you watch these films and what have you? I can't remember which one it is now. Okay, I'm going to give you the details. You're going to have to tell me which film it is. Because I flip and ask. It's a Keanu Reeves film. Film. And basically, he's driving this lovely, probably Mustang or something like that. He drives off the edge of this flipping wall. And you see the car's pretty much going to be destroyed. It's upside down, this car, flying off this wall. It's got no flipping engine in it. At what point was it when he's driving this flipping car? Did he drive off the edge and someone remove the engine? What the hell's going on? You see the bottom of the car, you see, there's no engine. There's a void. The detail. They're the sort of if it's going to be a car that's going to be a scrapper, put something there in its place. People notice this stuff. Ugh. Anyway. Sorry. Oh, I ate too much chicken, says Joe. Don't eat too much chicken. You'll get salmonella or something. Oh, there. I haven't had chicken for ages, to be honest. No. I've been trying to do vegetarian at the minute. Yeah. I'm not trying. It's just how it is. I just hadn't bothered to cook meat. Voipec, an ejector seat would be nice. Oh, that would. Yeah, that would be very nice. Maybe an ejector seat where the roof doesn't come off. No? Okay. Okay, maybe it's John Wick, that's it. John Wick, yeah. And let's say the first one, he just straight right at the end, one of our end scenes, and there he is. He drives off the edge of this cliff. You see all the bottom of the car, and there's no engine. Oh, frustration, you could say. Oh, Ginger's is back. Hello, Gingers. I would love to see you heap. What? See your heap. What's the sec? Lefty Post says, okay, Ginger Giraffes, we can organise it with Lee on Discord. Okay, I'm getting confused now. Lefty Post says, Ginger Giraffes, I will do. Okay, I'm back. Evening, Vipek, hope you're well. Hello, Vipek. I'm here. What did I miss? Oh, you missed. Oh, I was Stark. Stark.
What a load of bollocks!
Naked. No, actually, no. Even I can't pull that one off, and I wouldn't do it to you either. I'd have nobody here at all. Diddly squat. Oh, it'd be awful. I'll be all alone. I'll be talking to myself again. Oh my god, all that again. No. Poor dogs. Oh dear. What about the poor dogs? Do they look like poor dogs? They're spoilt dogs is what they are, if that's what you mean. No, lovely little guys. Yeah, I did stream earlier today, actually. I went for a walk and did a stream, and I was using my gimbal, which is on charge over there in the corner. And it's I've got new batteries coming, so hopefully it'll last. It's supposed to last 12 hours. So you expect 6, but no, it lasts us 30 minutes. So I've just ordered 2 new batteries for it. So it looks like a real pain to get the thing apart, get new batteries, solder new batteries into it. But anyway, I've got new batteries coming for it, so hopefully it'll be good again. Because it makes so much difference using the gimbal when you're walking, because you're not like that, you see. It's more graceful. That's it. Yeah, like me. Yeah. I should take up ballet, I should. Pirouettes and walking on my tippy toes and a leotard pinching my bits.
I am a woman and I don't have balls.
Who was that? You tell me, who was that? Leave it in the comments down below. Who's that voice? Do you recognise that voice? Anything I have to turn that volume down a bit because it's a bit loud. Come through the microphone. I might have to do that again just to double check. Oh no, I'll wait until next time. Well, anyway, who was that person? Whose voice was that? I'll give you a clue. She's a member of a certain party that didn't do very well in the general elections. Nor did UKIP. No, pretty much wiped out, really, weren't they? Yeah, brilliant. That geezer for flipping UKIP. Oh my god, what an I can't remember his name now, but he's an awful piece of work. Awful piece of work. You quite well. No wonder. Well, I say no wonder. Why did I say no wonder? Oh, Farage, you know. He sort of boycotted the party in the end. He even said, "Oh, there's a load of idiots in the party." He said, pretty much. Yeah, they boycotted the party because it went a bit too kind of right wing, didn't it? Even too right wing for Nigel Farage. I just want my Brexit. That's kind of what he wants. Yeah, he got his Brexit sort of. Yeah, but apparently it's not a proper Brexit. You know, no.
Brexit has been tried.
I've gone the wrong way. I've turned my volume the wrong way. I hope that wasn't reverbing through the microphone too much, but there you go. No. I wonder who that was. Maybe you know. Oh. Maybe. Well. So Boris, here we go. Mutant lettuce. Yeah.
That is a disgrace.
That's better volume. Oh yeah, I put some more sound effects in. I need a few more. I've got a few more spaces here, and I might replace a few as well actually, because I need to freshen up my sound effects. Pork de voir. Lavrov, 20 questions. Escapade. Yeah, Lavrov. Well, he was getting a bit caught out the other day as well, wasn't it? Or Lavrov. Yeah. People don't like him. I wonder why that is. I think Vladimir Putin might have something to do about that. But, you know, if you think about it, anyway, Liz Truss, God, but it's a rather ridiculous planned visit, isn't she, to Taiwan. Potentially, you could start a war. If you go by her previous record, and if it was caused by her, that is, to be fair, you know. But what on earth is this woman actually thinking? Does Does she not actually understand the geopolitical implications of her actions? No? It's all with banking. Or was she just trying to get herself back into the spotlight? Oh, look at me, narcissist and all that. Either way, it is utterly irresponsible and could have catastrophic consequences, quite frankly. I mean, we have to be honest with ourselves and absolutely clear that, the Taiwan issue is well, it's very sensitive, isn't it? For China. And every time we poke them, that's just going to get their back up. They just, we want to be able to do stuff that makes them feel that maybe that it's not a good idea. Not saying, okay, well, bugger you then, we're going to invade anyway. But oh my God, catastrophic that'd be. But the Chinese government sees Taiwan as kind of, what they call it, like a renegade province. And they had repeatedly threatened to use military force to reunite it with China's mainland. In fact, they've gone as far as to pass a law authorising the use of force if Taiwan declares independence. And they keep on, doing military exercises either in or within, their airspace. Now, I'm not saying that China is right on the stance with Taiwan. Obviously not, because they're not. They're just no. But it is an extremely delicate situation, and it's kind of what's provoked, this kind of rhetoric and what have you is what's provoked, Putin and what have you, in the sense that, he's not sleeping dogs lie and all that. He wants to reclaim Russia's motherland and all that, doesn't he? He's pretty much said it in the past. But as far as China's concerned, any misstep could actually have serious consequences. And what does Liz Truss do? Well, she decides to take a visit to Taiwan, like they say, to poke them in the eye, and talk about closer ties, with the island, with the UK, with the UK. But this is not just a slap in the face for China, is it? It's a direct provocation, really. It's not just Liz Truss who's to blame, it's the government. What the hell is the government doing in all this? They haven't said, well, they know what the implications are, but they haven't said, no, you're not doing this. I can't imagine they think it's a good idea. I can't imagine it's been endorsed. In the day, Richie Sunak, for all his failings, him and Liz Truss are like arch enemies, really, aren't they? Although he's probably sort of laughing a bit. Although he's not doing too well at the moment. He's seen as a bit of an idiot at the moment, isn't he? Yeah, especially after losing all those seats to Labour and the Greens and Lib Dems and what have you. Yeah. Now I'm hoping for. I mentioned earlier my live stream earlier today. But I would love to see a next sort of a coalition government. And somebody actually mentioned in the comments they'd like to see a coalition between Greens and Liberal Democrats. Now that would be interesting. That really would be interesting. You've got two parties there. Would push for rejoining the EU, or at least closer alignment. I can't see rejoining for a good many years. There's too much damage being done, not just in relations, but with all these flipping trade deals and other agreements all over the place that goes against what the EU actually stands for. I mean, we have to remember that the EU is a peace project, and like for instance, labelling migrants as illegals, they've actually criminalising them before they've even. I don't know about you, but I thought the whole idea about somebody being criminalised, you can't have to go to court. Are you innocent until proven guilty in the United Kingdom, or is that not the case anymore? They say people that aren't illegals. I don't understand how that works. I can't get it into my head. Just because you arrived by a boat, a little boat, that doesn't make any sense. You can't criminalise persecute people like that. It's just wrong. Anyway, we shouldn't really think about. Forget about the wider context. The world is still, grappling. Grappling with the aftermath of the pandemic, and we do have that forever poisoned pill, Brexit. You know, back in 2016, June 24th or something like that. 25th, I can't remember the date now. There's my big mind I have. It's been such a long while. When all the numpties put that cross in the wrong box that they did, ripping the United Kingdom out of the European Union. Oh dear. What a catastrophe, quite frankly.
Brexit hasn't been a triumph.
No, it has not. And Widdicombe. And, then we've got to see the global economic impact of it all. Last thing we need is a war between two nuclear-armed powers. There's no winning against China. There just isn't. No. I can't remember what it was. Well, last time I looked, it was about a year ago. And China's military force, it was like 1.3 billion or something like that, actually, in the military and what have you. And they've got more tanks than anyone else, got more ships than anyone else. It's just they've got more of everything than anyone else. And they've got technology behind them. Okay, some of the technology's a bit shit, but, they've still got it. And they're willing to use it. Anyway, I have to ask, what the hell is Liz Truss thinking, to be honest? Is it she's so desperate for attention, or she's willing to risk starting a war? Does she not understand the gravity of the situation? Or is she just maybe a pawn in a wider game? Political posturing, maybe? Whatever the answer, I suppose. Well, the thing that is clear is that Liz Truss's planned visit to Taiwan is, dangerous and reckless, and a move that could be, have catastrophic consequences. Now, if a war does break out, I, for one, will hold her and the UK government responsible for what difference it makes. Let me know in the comments, in the chat. Talk about the chat. Let's have a look at the chat. Do. Oh, what's time? 30 minutes to Snowflake Show. Don't forget the Snowflake Show. Now I'm enraged again. Oh, sorry, what have you enraged for? What have I done? Shouldn't be too difficult. Just thinking of my favourite. Duke Vengeance. Imagine Farage being serenaded again. That engages me and disgusts me. Serenaded. Serenaded? Oh. I you know what? I would love to put him into that pot. Create some coffee coloured. No, it's too right wing. No, that'd be no. Just stick them in the mince and be done with it. Or a garden shredder. Or a Timberwolf garden shredder. No, that's a proper shredder. That's a chipper. Yeah, put trees for that one. Yeah, 8-inch. That'll do. Anyway, what was I saying? I'm starting to feel tired. Someone make me angry. Oh, Duke Vengeance is very, very tired. He needs to be made angry. Duke Vengeance. Liz Truss is going to Taiwan and going to cause World War III. Are you angry yet? No? Okay. I can't believe no one's going to stop her. Maybe they will, but they haven't yet. Hello, yeah, Ginger's Giraffe. The US would love it if there were one, and to start a war. Well, they make a huge amount of money. So would France, actually, to come to that. Yeah, France, they are one of the big producers of armaments. But there you go. No pork markets. Oh, what pork markets?
Pork markets.
What, them? Oh, maybe. Do. Pork markets in Beijing. Oh, my God, yeah. Oh, dear. I also got that clip as well, didn't I? There you go. Do that later.
Industry in Beijing, opening up new pork markets.
Oh, there. I know, but my point was politicians will talk about Taiwan because it causes them personally it will cost them personally, very likely. Yeah. Marcus, a funny one. I heard a deputy here saying that the UK wanted to return to the EU This is in Portugal, by the way. Because now they have had exported their illegal money. Because obviously we all believe the reason why we had Brexit is because politicians didn't want everyone to know where their money was. Because a new law was coming out that's basically to expose them. There was the Pandora Papers as well, remember? But yeah, and then we got Brexit. Funny that, isn't it? Yeah. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? I think everything's linked. The whole thing is linked. But they got their Brexit. They said, I just want my Brexit. They got their Brexit.
Brexit hasn't been a triumph.
No, it has not. Thank you, Anne. Oh, any clips? Anyone know any good clips that we can add into this live stream? And I'll add them in for next time. Now, you might notice I didn't actually upload any videos today. I did go live twice today. This is my second live today. But I haven't uploaded any videos today. It's just that yesterday my uploads of videos were so... Oh, the videos were so poor. And I thought, what is the point at the minute? So, don't worry, I'm not giving up on it. I've got to find a solution. I need to find out what's going wrong. But here you go. It's probably me. People hate me. And I don't blame them because I hate myself. I look in the mirror, oh, you bastard. I go, oh. Yeah. I'll get the razor, cutthroat razor I got. And, nearly. I have to stop myself. Sorry. Thanks, Happy Bo, for reminding me. Don't bring no, not Liz Truss, Port Marcus, Liz. I don't want that. No, don't do it. Don't have a tantrum. I'm having a fit. I'm just going to spin around circles. You turn me right round, baby, right round. Oh my giddy aunt, not Port Markets. No, maybe. Hello, Tommy Gunn. Even and all. Wow. Buddha boy. Oh, he's so cute. He's a lovely little lad. Oh dear. He does make me tickle. These little chubby cheeks. Oh, there's a little hamster. Wonder what stores in there. His next meal? I don't know. Hello, 91 Leeds. I hope you're all well. This is the warm-up show for the Snowflake show, which will be coming on at 9 o'clock. If no one knows already, if you just put Snowflake show in to the search on YouTube, it will probably come up. It does for me anyway. Yeah. I could probably put it. I could probably actually find it for you. Yeah. I do. Oh, hang on. Oh no! It's got to stop playing. I don't want to play. Oh no, it's not. It's okay. Right. Oh, dear me. The world's gone completely and utterly bonkers. I put Snowflake show in and I haven't got it come up. The time when I say I'll put Snowflake show in, it usually comes up. It doesn't come up. I get loads of snowflakes. Hang on, is that it? No, that's not it. Is that it? No, that's not it. Is that hashtag Snowflake show? Maybe. Oh, that's because I didn't put show in. That might have some dirt. Do with it. Could potentially words markers. What do you like? Oh, here we go. La da da da. Control C. Alright, so they'll be coming on at 9 o'clock your time. Okay, I'll put it in the chat for you. But they're nice, yeah. It's Lee Corn. They won't be on there tonight, but on this channel because they'll be busy. Lee Corn and Reagan and Lee. Reagan's also he's got his own channel as well where he's doing shorts, videos, little news updates and what have you. But both of them are genuinely decent people. And I like good people. I do. You know, I think they deserve our help. Not that kind of help, no. Yeah, just on the channel, you know. Yeah, okay. I had a good nap today, says Duke Vengeance. I shouldn't be tired. Well, don't be tired then. Just don't do it. No, don't do it. Anyway, so where was I? Bum 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 bum. So yeah, we've got this going on. This crazy woman, Liz Truss. Yeah. Britain's former Prime Minister Liz Truss is heading off to Taiwan. He's going to visit Taiwan next week as he continues a hawkish post-premiership streak on China. Okay. Now, Truss was turbulent you're kidding, turbulent, which just lasts 49 days. Last year, 49 days. She's a world record beater, is Liz Truss, and her, well...
pork market.
So, yeah, last year and will deliver a keynote speech and is expected to meet senior members of the Taiwanese government, her spokesperson said on Tuesday. Yeah, it was yesterday. The trip takes her to the site of the key flashpoint in China's relationship with the West. China claims that the self-governing Taiwan is its territory, but the US has promised to arm and defend the island. Provoking China is a bad idea. The only thing is, because obviously with trade, that's the good thing about the EU. You see, is that when you're trading with countries, you don't tend to go to war with them. It's usually not a good idea. But obviously, the likes of Russia and what have you. They thought they'd get away with it, didn't they? Because obviously, because they have done in the past, Georgia and Crimea. But we just let them sort of roll into those countries and just take over and said nothing pretty much. And now we have with Ukraine, because the fear is, I suppose, he's going to carry on doing it. I don't see it as an excuse. I think we were lame, quite frankly. But yeah, but with trade and what have you, you'd hope that China's very dependent on the West, and they are regarding trade. If the West wasn't trading with China, you were talking about huge GDPs, like for instance, 22 or 23 odd trillion. The US, for instance, they still buy a huge amount of stuff from China. They're trying to cut down on that, and to be fair to the European Union, they're trying to cut down on it as well, or trying to encourage companies to set up in the EU to, countenance our dependency on overseas products, such as obviously with Taiwan as well. TSMC, is it TSMC, the semiconductors manufacturer in Taiwan? If war breaks out in Taiwan, our economy is, that's the F word. Quite frankly, it really is. And not just in the UK, everywhere, globally, we're so dependent. They produce 90% of the world's semiconductors. How can we compete with that? Not compete. I mean, how can we deal with that being pulled out or slowed down, causing problems? It's going to cause all sorts of issues, not just regarding the war between Taiwan and China, and obviously the US steps in as well. Well, it's not just the trade itself. We won't be able to get the stuff made to be. There'll be massive problems regarding transportation of the seas, for instance, in that area. Shipping. And don't forget China also. Remember what problems we had in China regarding during the pandemic, with all the shipping containers all ending up in one place or two places and not over that place. So all over that side and not over that side, and then the flipping shipping is a complete a disaster. They can't, they need the containers. There's a shortage of containers, and the price then for transportation, it just went through the roof, didn't it? With taxes and all the other fees, what have you, containers are costing as much as $25,000 to transport one container. That used to be around $2,500 to $3,000, including the container to transport goods from China. And then it jumped to crazy amount. I think it's still around 12 grand. But if we don't actually, if that happens, it's just. Shit's going to happen. It's be $100 grand container wreck, something like that, if there is any containers left. It'd be a disaster, an absolute disaster, and a huge amount of lives get lost. That's the sad truth of all, to be honest. And it's madness. It's a possibility of a war between China and Taiwan, and quite frankly, it's caused economic meltdown. The basic reason is that China is one of the world's largest economies. And it is a major player in the global trade, and a vital link in the global supply chain. You can't get away from it, it just is. And Taiwan, on the other hand, is a major producer of high-tech components, including semiconductors, which are essentially, it's a wide range of industries, all getting affected, from car manufacturing, computing, what have you, and gaming, and Bitcoin. Everything will be affected. And now, imagine what would happen if there was a war between these two nations. The first thing that would happen is that the trade between them it'd grind to a flipping halt, wouldn't it? And Taiwan would, they'll quite likely stop exporting components to China, and China would stop exporting finished goods to Taiwan, and this, they'd just replicate, wouldn't it? Escalate, that's the word, escalate. So this would disrupt the supply chain around the world, causing shortages and price hikes of essential goods, and that'd be just the beginning. The war could actually disrupt shipping routes, leading to massive delays and disruptions in global trade. Ports would end up being clogged with ships waiting to unload their cargo and load up because of the containers. And there'll be and their destination would take much longer to get there. And plus, China would then obviously sanction various countries, so then there'll be the red tape there. And we know how we love red tape in the UK. Oh, that would be a problem with it. Red tape is lovely. No, it's not. So the impact on sort of global economic, the global economy, I think it'd be catastrophic. It really would. And then you've got investors. You need investors to keep the whole thing rolling, the whole cycle repeating itself again and again and again. That's how this capitalism how it works, Investors, they're going to panic. They will. They'll start investing in guns instead, and in armaments and bullets and what else? Depleted uranium shells and stuff like that. Stock markets around the world would crash. Companies that rely on global supply chain would suffer huge losses. That's what I see. And many they'd be forced to shut down. And let's not forget the human cost. I was saying a minute ago, so many lives will get lost between a war between China and Taiwan. And the US are pretty much saying they're going to drag themselves into that war as well, at least be a supplier of armament. Man, it'd be so sad. We've seen what's going on in Ukraine at the moment. Which led to a massive refugee problem. So then it'll be a refugee problem with people of Taiwan. So many people will want to leave. And that cycle, rinse and repeat. And the suffering. I just can't contemplate. We say that we love each other and stuff. You know what I mean? We love our children, our families, and what have you. And then they want to go to war. It makes no sense. There's no logic in it. War is never the answer. It really isn't. Well, oh dear. And some people, though, out there, they do seem to think that a war between China and Taiwan is a viable option. Really? It's just madness. They talk about it as though it's some kind of game. As though there was no real-world consequences, such as lives lost, families destroyed, etc., etc. It's incredibly sad. It's like we haven't learned anything from our past, but also their past as well. And then they fail to understand that a war between two major economies would cause economic meltdown, and it would affect everyone, not just China and Taiwan. No. So to all those calling for war between China and Taiwan, I think we need to wake up and smell the coffee, to be honest, and including in China, what have you. It's not going to do them any favours. This is, the threat of Western pressures and what have you is the only thing that's held them back, really, and obviously trade and what have you. It's the only thing that's stopped them walking into China. Into Taiwan. Well, yeah. And this is real life, you know. Real life consequences of any kind of war is devastating. You know, we've been reminded recently, haven't we? And it's devastating for everyone involved. And it's, well, that rhetoric, that war rhetoric, it has to stop. And people need to get to the negotiating table. The problem being is, what are you negotiating? And we've seen it with, obviously, Putin and Zelensky and what have you. You know, the Ukrainian people, they want to keep their country, and so they should. And as far as Putin's concerned, they want the country. You know, whether it be, what was it? I can't remember, backup. Well, the Russian occupied areas of Ukraine or not, but no, it's an extermination as far as they're concerned. There's no negotiating here. There isn't. There really isn't, and it's painful to watch. It really is. So, but on the lighter side, sorry, and let's check the chat, and then how have we enough time? I've got 12 minutes left until the snowflake show. Can I ask people which war after 1945 did any good to anyone? And so far, nobody could name one. I'll tell you what, the war after 1945, do you know what came out of that which was good? The European Union, which was, well, it wasn't the European Union at the time, I know, but it was a peace project. And it all, you know, I mentioned this before, actually. My grandfather, when him and my father had a bit of a disagreement. I was very young at the time. Well, I wasn't very young. No, it was before my time. My father told me what my grandfather said. God, I was very young. But anyway, my grandfather said, if it stops another war, boy, it's worth it. And he voted to join the, customs union and all that economic area. Whereas my dad didn't. Again, he liked Nigel Farage, so what can I say? There's no hope for some people, is there? It really isn't. Whoa! What is it good for? Got that record there somewhere. Just so Larry the cat. Stop the train! I want to get off! No, don't do it! Tommy gun! No, you're right. But those eyes I know said said were they voted, and two of them, Scott and English, and almost family to me. It's so hard when family vote things that you disagree with, especially the things that seem a bit right wing and a bit nasty. And why would you vote for that? You lose faith in people, don't you? Now, my sister in the UK, she's a bit of a conservative, that one, and I got a feeling she might have voted for Brexit. They're feeling the pain for it, though. They are really feeling it. She hasn't said one way or the other, but I got a feeling that she did. Robot wars, that's the way to do it, but that's kind of drone warfare. That's what we're looking at now. Drones. You see what Ukraine's doing with drones. You see what the Iranian drones, the kamikaze drones, what they can do. And then we've got, you check AI, artificial intelligence, and that mix as well. Oh my giddy aunt. People won't be on the front line. That's the future of war, isn't it? I would have thought so. It's either that, or we'll be looking at cyber warfare, where they try and take countries down via the net. Maybe. Oh, crikey, there's, what's that film? Oh, where wars are fought. Basically in a gaming scenario. That's a film about that. I can't remember what it's called now, though. I'm not talking about Tron. Or was it Tron? I don't know. Hi from Scotland. Hello, Leslie. I hope you're well. Tommy Gunn. Scottish. Got the Scots here. Got the Scots. My sister voted for Brexit. Oh, no, giddy aunt. No, silly person. And she is harder thinking. That's my saying. They're harder thinking. Yeah. You put the cross in the wrong box. I've called them numpties or the harder thinking. Yeah. Do you know what? I've been saying this for flipping how long? I don't know. Them who put the cross in the wrong box. And then last year, was it this year? I think it was actually earlier this year. James O'Brien said it. like it was his own. What? What? Yes. Oh.
Kipper.
I claimed that. We should give Ukraine an Imperial Walker. That's what we should. Imperial Walkers and the Millennium Falcon and all that. Yeah, maybe.
There is a great disturbance in force.
Oh, that was your cue. Or my cue. My parents did so also, yeah. Let's say my mum wouldn't have voted for it. I can't imagine she'd have voted for it. But my dad voted for it. And then 2 weeks later, he died. Well, it's about that. Well, maybe a month later, but then he passed away. Yeah, cancer. And but that's the kind of thing. It's like they're voting for our youngsters' future, not their future. And that's kind of like, it's not my future even, really. It's our kids. Ripped away their opportunities, and saddens me. It really does sadden me. You know, I joke about all this stuff. I know I do all the time and stuff, but it does. It really, really saddens me, and it feels a bit depressing, to be honest. You know, their opportunities in life have been very much reduced. You know, I've had the opportunity to come over here and make my life in France, and I'm very glad I did. Especially now, more so than at the time. Brexit wasn't even figment of my imagination, no. And but now I'm just so very, very, very pleased that we've done it. And Caroline is as well. She's very happy we live here now. And one of the main reasons at the moment is the healthcare. The treatment we get in the healthcare here is amazing. So fast, good quality care. It really is. You know, I tried to get my hands done. Carpal tunnel syndrome in my hands, done in the UK, and they couldn't even get our address because we sold up and we moved. They kept getting, we went up there about 3, maybe 4 times to get our address changed because they never updated it, or the systems weren't talking to each other, and they keep sending it to the appointments to the address we don't even live at anymore. And that's but now the idea of getting an appointment now for carpal tunnel syndrome is. Yeah, it might be a few years off anyway, but I had it done in France. And then this isn't word of a lie. It was, I went to see the doctor in, I think it was about January time. In May, or was it even earlier than that, maybe March? No, March, I had my operation for my first hand. 3 months later, they did the other one. That's the kind of treatment you get here. It is rapid and it's good. And I have to admit, they did a brilliant job, you know. And if you want to know what carpal tunnel syndrome is, it basically is your hand of years working on the tools and bugging my hands up, basically. And I've got a lot of scar tissue here, a lot of scar tissue there. And what they do is they open you up, they get in there with an old garden hoe, and they scrape up all the old rubbish because, a lot of scar tissue and what have you. Because what's happened is the space in the carpal tunnel has been reduced. So when it comes to night times, when generally your tendons and nerves, or your tendons swell up, they crush your nerves. They swell up the heel, basically, and they crush your nerves in your carpal tunnel, and you get constant pins and needles that keeps you awake all night. You have to dangle your arms out of the bed, and it's quite difficult when you've got it in both hands, like that, because you've got to have them below your body, and it stops the pins and needles. It's a freaking pain in the neck, but it's done. They've done it now, so it's good. And we are part French also. Cool. Confusing, I know, it's confusing. I thought you were Portuguese. My old man would have voted for Brexit if he wasn't already dead. He don't know. He might not have done. He thought he had been ripped off when they brought in, oh my God, decimalisation. I'm sorry, but decimalisation is just practical. It really is. And when you're trading with 27 other member states, what have you, and they're decimalised, it makes sense, doesn't it, to be decimalised as well. Allows you to trade properly. Yeah. And then there was the euro. Oh dear, that didn't pan out. But there you go. I'm not getting I am Yorkshire. Hello, Finn. And the centre of the universe keeps things simple. I like things simple. Things get overcomplicated. They really do. Now, I just have to explain. I live on a boat, then end up answering the same question every time. No, it's not cold. So why would it be cold on a boat? You've got a relatively compact space to heat. Your own body heat helps heat the space as well. The only thing you can suffer with on a boat, I'm a boat man, is hell. Okay, this isn't actually a boat and compass. Actually, this is out of a Lancaster. Yeah, there you go. A compass. Yeah, I take it everywhere with me. I get lost otherwise. Yeah. I was saying. Mind I have. Yeah, on a boat. Sorry, it doesn't get condensation. That's the main thing I worry about on the boat. It's condensation. But then, you can deal with it with ventilation. But yeah. I would actually like to live on... If I was on my own, I'd probably get a boat. I'd probably live on a boat. Not necessarily a narrow boat, but not here in France anyway. But an old Dutch barge or something like that, I'd probably be interested in. The only thing is hair. I have to admit, I've got a bit of paint on my head. I have to admit, I need space, though. That's the only problem. So I'd probably need somewhere to work as well. Because, woodworking and what have you, so takes space. Hello, Gingers. So I guess you don't get seasick, Clifty Bowman? No, I don't. No, there's not much water movement, apart from when you get into the locks on the canals. No, he's on a narrow boat. Right, so, okay, what are we doing for time? Oh, and you got 2 minutes. You know what? I had so much stuff prepared as well. I'd rather have it prepared than not. Well, Piers Morgan, he's under the, how to put it, he's been a bit, yeah, we've got Andrew Bridgen, has joined Loza Fox's party. That's interesting. But what about Piers Morgan's been, he's been exposed, hasn't he? Because he was the one who was, when Harry was being... and Hugh Grant have been hacked and what have you, phones have been hacked. Yeah. Oh, Piers Morgan knew of phone hacking when at the Mirror. The High Court is. 1 minute left, then we're going to have to go to the Snowflake show. So barrister, acting for Prince Harry and others, says the former editor must have known about the illegal behaviour. Oh, okay. Piers Morgan's having none of it.
And apologises to his family for the disgraceful invasion of privacy that he's been perpetrating.
The High Court heard
Burn
today
to
that
Harry.
there were illegal practices.
That's all I got to say.
While you're at the helm. Are you willing to apologise?
Oh, I hear bird song.
Apologise? I think
He's an arrogant
Harry
idiot.
should be apologising.
That geezer there is the reason why I got struck off the other week. Or other month, yeah. Because I said nasty things about him. Apparently it's hate crime. Piers Morgan, hate crime. So Piers Morgan knew about the illegal phone hacking.
All I'm going to say is,
What?
I'm not going to take lectures on privacy
Why is
invasion
it
from
starting
Prince
again?
Harry.
Go away. Not you. Alright, so... Oh, I'm going to have to go over one last thing. Nope, not that one, not that one, not that one. That one. I just want to show this. Yeah. Just because, this is the last thing we do, just because I like to see Piers Morgan being, how to put it, told how it is.
I want your viewers to know, they must know because they're probably following you on Twitter. I mean, you can't even pay attention for 60 seconds. You're a terrible interviewer.
Well, you just weren't keeping my attention. That's
That's not my problem.
What is your problem?
This is your show. You have to pay attention to the guests that you invited on your
If
show.
they're interesting enough.
Yeah, they are. Listen, it doesn't matter how interesting I am. You signed up for
Of course
this
it
job.
does.
Well, maybe that's why your job is coming to an end.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Don't want to cross you, do we?
I don't know. Do you?
What's the moment if I said to you, I can give you one moment back in your life to repeat right now, what would you choose?
It would be spending this hour differently. Craig, I want your viewers to know.
I do love it. When the plan comes together. Anyway, thank you very much for all joining us today. It's now 1 minute or 2 minutes into Snowflake show. Do you know what I could do? I could, for start, if you want to go over to Snowflake show, it's up to you. You don't have to. Obviously, it's just nice if you do. I'll put it in the chat and over here. And also the usual sort of stuff. Obviously, don't forget to click the old like button, what have you. And you want to support the channel, you can do that on Patreon or buy us a coffee. And the link's down below. There's also GoFundMe down there as well. And also we're planting trees here in France. 1,000 trees. I think it's going to be more than that now, looking at it. It's crikey. On 2 hectares of land. But you probably know about that already because I say it quite a lot. Yeah. I'm quite pleased how it's looking though. But also, we've got our other channel as well, which is Earth Trifle and Wally Bois, spelled Wally as in Wally, and Bois, Bois as in, well, it could be drink, or in this case it's wood. There you go. So, I'm going to say ta-ta. Oh, should I stream it in this chat? I could actually stream it in there as well, couldn't I? I could do that. I could keep it going. Oh! I'll tell you, that's what we'll do. I've done it before, I'm sure they'll be fine with that. If not, I'll have a word with them, and if they don't want me to do that. But yeah, don't forget, if you do want to watch it here, you can watch it on the Snowflake Show. And I put a link in the chat there, and maybe give it a look. Oh, okay. Makes my stream longer, doesn't it? I don't know what I want to do that for, but there you go. Ta-ta. Have a lovely, lovely day, everybody. Oh, it's all over, isn't it? Day's over nearly. We go to bed soon. Maybe. Oh, there. Are you on a promise? No? Okay. Oh, okay. I just can't. No.
Brexit hasn't been a triumph.
Ta-ta. Actually, I ain't got ta-ta yet, because they ain't started yet. Ain't come through yet. Oh, there's 1 minute to go, apparently. How can it's supposed to start? Be started by now, but why is there 1 minute to go? Ah, I know why. No, they've already started. I'm going to skip forwards.
Oh.
Another live stream that's been going on
there
for the last
go.
hour. Much appreciated
Ta-ta!
To our good friend Allshorts. If you're not a subscriber of him, you should be. I don't see why you should not. But thank you all very much for coming. Welcome again, Season 2, Episode 17 of the Snowflake Show. I am your co-host, Regan Elite, alongside...
I'm Lee Khan, the other guy.
Yes,
Lee
Khan.
Lee Khan.
And over the next hour, guys, we're going to give you the latest news and views and share some funny and good news stories as well to boot. Lee, how are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm okay. You?
Yeah, not too bad. Just before we go any further, just want to say a big thank you to pretty much most of you, or pretty much the vast majority of you guys in the chat for coming and hanging out with me on Monday night with a first ever live stream on my channel, a Snowflake's Viewpoint. I much appreciated it, guys. It had a lot of fun. Was not expecting such a crowd to turn up for my first proper live stream. So thank you all very much for coming. Lee could not join. He had other issues, unfortunately.
I was on the
but
motorway.
He would have joined if he could have.
I was on the M62.
That does happen. Who have we got in the chat today, Lee?
So we've got some guy called Regan Elite again. Ginger's Giraffes here. Hi, Gingers.
Hello,
David
Gingers.
Gerardo. Hi, David. 91 Leeds. Hi, 91 Leeds. Hi, everybody. Chatty Rat. Good evening, all. Hi, Chatty. Duke Vengeance is here. Arise, Knights of the Blizzard. With the Blizzard, we're talking about Microsoft now, Activision.
Well, Lee took the snow away, so there's no Blizzard anymore in the background.
Apart from the big snowflake behind you. And the one sat in front of it, of course, obviously. Hugh Zebediah Thomas says, hi both. Marcus the Daft Sod started a live chat about an hour ago and he's still yapping. Marcus will be there till 3 o'clock in the morning, mate. So
no, yeah, he'll be there for quite a while, guys.
Yeah. Ben Shaw says, hello all, hope all are good. Hi Ben. Pendulous, good evening all. Bonsoir, tous bonsoir. Pendulous bonsoir. Juventus says, got a nice cold cider. Oh, I thought you said you got a nice cold cider already. Good for you. I've just got some lukewarm Diet Coke. David Gerardo says, hi Regan, enjoy your cider. Ruth Guthrie, woohoo, I'm here thanks to one of the spanners on Allshorts. I bet that's Mad Monk 22, probably. Hi Ruth, welcome along. Hope you enjoy it. I'm shocked what I saw on YouTube Brazil, says David Gerardo. I don't know what that is, but Lefty Boater says, evening folks, I Lefty. Pedulous gave Ruth a link. Ginger Giraffe, trip is booked, yes. Hope to be able to see you when you come over, Gingers. Salea V says, good evening. Hi, Salea. João Moreiros, evening. How was Marcus delayed? Yeah, Marcus was running to extreme Marcus time today. 25 minutes talking to himself, apparently. Casper Northerner, hi everyone. Hi, Casper. Context, good evening, everyone. Hi, Context. And Tim Bellin. Oh, short says me. Thanks, Marcus. I know if he's still yapping to himself, he probably thanks to Marcus.
Probably giving Wally a biscuit.
Probably, yeah.
Giving Wally a biscuit is what he's doing.
It's really the Wally show, let's face it. So
it is the Wally show. Yeah. You can't have a show about Wally.
No.
We've got a lot to discuss, even though it's just another quiet week, isn't it, Lee?
A quiet week in the world of politics and news, yeah, usual.
Yep, the usual. Local elections tomorrow, coronation on Saturday, Putin getting attacked, and so much more. Let's dive straight into it.
Oh, damn, I'm not ready. What a surprise.
Dear.
No, not that one.
Oh, no, he's doing the fans again, chat.
News.
The news.
And I hope I've got this right. I've got the wrong one. I'm doing so badly. Hang on a sec. Here we go. There we go.
What notes, Lee?
Damn it.
We normally
I can't find it. I'm so badly organised today.
There we go. So
we're on the right one as well.
Just going to run down some of the news from the week, guys. So first one, obviously, I covered this full video on my channel. So if Lee wants to speak on it a little bit, he can do. But more than 500,000 people in the UK visited warm banks during the winter. That was from The Guardian.
Yeah, not
Did you want to add anything to that, Lee?
It's not surprising. It's horrible, but it's not surprising.
Yeah.
Was it you were saying the other day that that one of the positives that came out of it was that people were actually socialising as well? We were talking about this last week or something, I think.
Yeah, I don't want to dive too much into it. If you haven't already watched the video, guys, I recommend checking it out. Okay. But there is. Yeah, I've got a full video on it. Right. If you guys want, share my thoughts. I don't want to share too much on it here. Did I just lose my camera? I did, didn't I? Oh, my camera's gone. Yeah. One second, guys.
You can't. Nobody can see you anyway because you're not on screen.
Oh dear.
There we go.
I'm still. I'm still frozen. Can you just do the notes for a second?
Post office scandal awarding contracts to Fujitsu, appalling, Minister told. So this is over the Fujitsu built a system for the post office, and a lot of post office small counters, independent counters, the people running were accused of defrauding the post office, and some ended up in prison, had their lives ruined. And it was all down to a bug in the software written by Fujitsu. So allegedly awarding a multi-million-pound government contracts to the Japanese firm at the heart of the post office IT scandal is morally wrong, the government has been told. That's in the Independent. Guardian has judges urged to block Home Office plans to send refugees to Rwanda. Yes, hopefully that gets blocked. Byline Times has just 85,000 voters signed up for the government's free photo ID out of potential 2 million. Now we may not find out the true scale of voter suppression. Your camera's working now.
Yeah.
Do you want to carry on?
Yeah, carry on. Yep. Warning to pensioners as hundreds of thousands are overtaxed by £3,000. That's from the Independent. UK readers may lose access to Wikipedia amid online safety bill requirements. Yeah, that one's like a bit. I don't want to lose Wikipedia. I mean, it's not the most reliable, but it's still like a place for people to go when it comes to certain information. You know.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of flaws in that online safety bill that need to iron it out before passing through. Okay.
Local elections. Red Rule set to abandon Conservative projections suggests that was Sky News.
Hopefully.
Depends.
Fingers crossed.
We'll have to wait and see. We'll wait and see, guys.
Yeah.
Wait and see on that one. The BBC chairman Richard Sharp resigned after breaking rules over dealing with Boris Johnson ahead of his appointment. Literally just happened the day after our live stream last week.
I was gutted about that as well. Yeah, but never mind.
But never mind. A government to legalise hazardous accommodation for asylum seekers. Housing and migrant charities blast shameful plans to relax licensing rules around the HMOs for people fleeing danger. That is from Open Democracy, that one.
What are HMOs? I've seen a lot about HMOs. I haven't actually looked at what they are.
I think it's to do with
sorry, I'm putting you on the spot there, aren't I? But never mind.
Yeah, my brain scrambled. There's so many news stories,
chat.
guys. It's just hard for me to remember them all. But if you go down to Democracy, I'm sure they'll. But I don't cover really Open Democracy on my channel anymore because I got stick for the last time I did it. So. Coronation will include invites the public to swear their allegiance out loud to King Charles.
I think we should do a poll on that. Should we do a poll on that?
Are you guys going to swear your allegiance to King Charles?
Let's do a poll. Let's literally do a poll on that because I think that would be really good. Let's upset the chat. If we can find it, right? If you want to carry on now while I figure out how to do the poll.
All right then. That's from The Guardian. Hamza Youssef accused of failure over children's right delays in Scotland. The Children's Commissioner Bruce Anderson urges First Minister to put UN priorities for under 18s into law.
Next one.
The UK households are missing out on £19 billion a year in unclaimed welfare benefits. 19 billion a year. Jesus, that's quite a lot of money. Okay. 19 billion. That money could be used much better elsewhere.
There is a website, and a lot of people are surprised how much you're effectively entitled if you're like a couple, even if you're working, you're entitled to. What's it called? Universal credit, even if you earning up to something like £50,000 between the two of you. So it's worthwhile having a look at that. It might be something that could help out if you're struggling.
We need more spanners. Someone voted yes.
No, not my hashtag. Not my sausage fingers. King says Alex.
I just I know we're live, but can you just add another moderator there because I can't do it on my end. Can you just put where is he? There he is. Can you just click on context for me and make him a moderator? And Pedulous, because those two are sensible. Those two are sensible people. Just so we have someone there. If I'm not there and you're not there, obviously, just quickly while you do that. Yes, guys. While Lee's just doing that, will you guys be pledging your allegiance to the King? No, not me, King. Not Lee, not King Lee or King Reagan. Will you be pledging your allegiance to King Charles this Saturday? Will you have your flags out?
Who was the other person? Pedulous and who?
Context. He's our admin for the Discord.
Okay. Okay. If I go on the last one, will you do that? If you do that one.
Yeah. Schools to take out Ofsted to call over inspections. That is from the BBC.
You know what? I didn't add that last. That's the last one I've got. What was the last one?
I will just quickly run to the. Give me 1 second, guys, while I just quickly scramble. That was the last one on the notes. The note that we forgot to add, which was obviously the story that happened last night and today, guys, was a crazy nutter who threw shotgun cartridges over the palace walls.
Yeah, he was arrested instantly, wasn't he? He wanted to speak to a soldier. I don't know what that was all about, but saying it wasn't terrorist related, but I don't know, terror related. So
Pedulous, we know you're a spanner for Allshorts, so we just wanted someone, just need you, and obviously context. We know obviously just needed some guys there, just in case we ever need them in the chat in the future. So much appreciated, guys.
Just out of interest, what does spanner mean to you? As in, if you call somebody a spanner? It's an insult. Right, okay, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't, because I just make sure I'm on the same page. Right, okay. Okay.
Right, let's jump straight into the first.
Well,
big
hang on.
news
Should we just check the chat
story.
because we haven't we've gone through a lot of stuff there. I'm sure there's loads of chat on that.
I'm sure there'll be a lot of them pledging their allegiance to the king.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Devoted-
Not my king, not my king. F off. Middle finger. Okay, this is going well.
Yeah.
Hello, Tom. Good to see you. Number
Should we close
3.
the poll if you're
David.
gonna poll vote? Now's your last chance. Going to close the poll.
Prime Cut. Good to see you there. Alistair Keir, Tim Ballum.
If Savile was still alive, he would be running the show at his coronation. Says Porcupine Cut. Hi, Porcupine Cut. Allshorts is
Not
here.
my
Pedge
king
us
says
20
Keir.
minutes, yeah.
Feck. King sausage fingers says Allshorts. That's great to know.
Hi, Allshorts, you're right. Hi, Marcus. Thanks for plugging our show because we've got loads of new viewers here. So that's brilliant. Thanks.
Thank you
really
again. As always, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Viva la Republica says Ciao. Okay.
Ruth Guthrie says, "Do you want the Scottish spin the spanner?" Let's leave that out of the chat, shall we? I'll give sausage. 21 bumfoots. That's what Zuxa was speaking of. Some people read Bible and say, okay. Do no harm. That's my advice. Also take care. Says number 3. Yeah. Right. Should we end the we'll end the poll.
Let's go into
I've got a feeling it's going to be a bit one-sided. Just a little bit. I didn't put. I don't know. And it's 92% say no and yes say 7%.
Context, stay in the chat. I'll get Lee to do that at the end before the end of the stream. Okay.
What's that?
Let's see. He hasn't got the spanner yet, but we'll sort that out. Sort that out later. Context. That's
okay.
Sharp has on Discord, but we'll sort that out and then we'll sort that out later.
Okay.
We'll just stay in the chat. All right. Right. Let's go straight to the first news. Or you could do it while I'm reading the news. Actually, to be fair.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it now. I did click it, but for some reason.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, you probably haven't seen this story. You may not have seen this picture because it's only just come up a couple of hours ago. It's exclusive from Sky News. A new giant barge is to house hundreds of asylum seekers set to arrive in UK. Here's its journey. The Sky News Data and Forensics Unit identified the Bibby Stockholm barge in Geneva port in April and has tracked its journey using distinctive shape of a vessel and marine tracking data. Oh, look at that beauty. What a prison.
Sorry, yeah, what a lovely prison that is.
Yeah, what a prison. A controversial floating barge set to house around 500 male asylum seekers is expected to arrive in the UK in the coming days. Sky News can reveal the vessel known as the Bibby Stockholm left Geneva port on
Genoa.
Italy.
Sorry,
Genova, thank you.
Geneva, yeah.
Oh, you know me with my words. It's currently being towed off the north coast of Spain. Its planned destination is Falmouth in Cornwall, according to the data from the ship's tracking website Marine Traffic. A government source confirmed the accommodation barge is being taken to the south port of England, where it's fitted out before being moved to the Portland port in Dorset. It will be ready to use this summer and will be operational for at least 18 months. Wouldn't be surprised if it goes beyond that, given this government. Sky News Data and Forensic Units identified the barge in the port in April and has tracked its journey using distinctive shapes of the vessel and marine tracking data. The Bibby Stockholm is a section of the roof that is light of colour and the shape of a T. This was visible on satellite images when it was in the Italian port and during its visit to the UK. The barge was in the port in Italy for 7 months before it left for Britain. Satellite images by Planet Lab are being taken to the port on average 1 to 3 days. On the 15th of April, the barge was clearly visible. By the 21st, it had gone. Cloud stopped, and then it been visible on satellite images between these dates. The Bibby Stockholm has no engines, so it being towed to the UK by an Italian-flagged tugboat. Oh, there's a nice picture. Scroll down a second. The next one, an image.
Oh, it's got a bar and everything.
Now, it doesn't look like a prison. So tiny little bit of hope. Tiny.
It looks like a common room or something like that, doesn't it? Or like, it's like.
It looks more like a community space or a lobby, shall we say, of it. That doesn't look like a prison.
No,
but the box itself looks like a prison.
Yeah, you can tell because of that T shape on it.
Mm.
I think it was on that one in Genoa as well. You can see the shape of it on the top.
The Home Office says the barge will provide basic and functional accommodation and healthcare provision, catering facilities, 24/7 security to be placed on board. And that's pretty much it from the exclusive article. But that's an interesting picture on the inside of it.
Yeah. So I mean, there's obviously that's like a bar. So that looks like, I mean, if you, I mean, that could be the staff room. You don't know. That could be where the staff were who are, you know, working there actually.
It's a fairly big staff room, to be fair.
Well, it depends how many people are on board.
That's true. Well,
I wonder. It'd be interesting to know what it's been used for in the past. It's called Pig Bar. There, it says at the end. It says in that sign with like a picture of Porky Pig on it. The Pig for Global.
That's right. Oh yes, thank you, Allshorts. Yeah, 500 people.
500 people.
Yeah, that's what it was. 500 people. Thank you. Losing it today. Yeah. So is that the second barge? Because we had one a couple of weeks ago, didn't we? They were talking about one.
I think that's the same. I think it's the same one. It's just that what they showed was just where it was in. It was just a picture of it.
So I don't remember the article telling us that it wasn't in the UK when we covered it.
I think it was the plans of what they were going to do with it.
Right. Yeah. It's the service accommodation. So
it's interesting because Bibby's quite a big company. I'm just let me just get this on the screen, and then we can see it. Oh, hang on a sec. Nope.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've talked about the. Yeah, we have talked. Yeah, it must be the same one, guys.
So this is the official Bibby website. That luxury living on board. Natural ventilation.
Luxury living
Wi-Fi.
on board, so it says. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the location, Genoa. That's the one. That was the picture that we saw before, wasn't it?
Yes, that was the original photo, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if that's the original photo. Yeah, I don't think that's the same one though, because that's Bridgetown. It says there. I don't know. Restaurant game show. That's that bar. Oh, sure. He's got a little video. So we have a quick look at that video. I know we're kind of going off topic a little bit, but go quick.
Yeah, can have a quick look. Yeah,
it's only 49 seconds long.
Welcome to Bibby Stockholm. Bibby Stockholm is a floating accommodation vessel, otherwise known as a coastel, and is suitable for mooring alongside the shore.
That is a Bibby Stockholm.
Coastels support a wide range of projects around the world, and they are used to provide worker accommodation when it is either expensive or difficult to find. Coastels can be chartered for short or long-term use, and used during the early development of a project or throughout the project's lifespan. The vessel includes 222 bedrooms with ensuite shower rooms, a large restaurant, galley, multi-purpose recreation rooms, and laundry facilities. Bibby Stockholm offers a completely unique approach to accommodating your workforce and can be tailored to meet your requirements.
Okay. So basically it's a floating hotel is what they're saying for
that's all well and good, but we're still paying for it.
Yeah, I wonder how much this is costing. It's not gonna be cheap, is it?
No, we're still paying for it, taxpayer money. Okay, great. It's not going to be in the towns anymore where people can moan. Okay, great. It's not going to take up hotels.
Well, apart from people who live nearby in that, there's an interesting article by Marina Hyde. I meant to mention this the other day, a couple of days ago, and it was in James Cleverley's constituency in Essex, and they were opening an asylum seeker, a place for asylum seekers there, or they're planning to, and the local residents were in uproar about it, and so there's a meeting, and the people from the Home Office were at this meeting, and they were trying to say, oh well, these are good people, they're hard-working people who just, they're fleeing war, some of them they're professionals like doctors and teachers and accountants, and it's like, but you've basically, what you've done is the government it's like, well, the way I thought in my head was it's like Schrodinger's asylum seeker. They're both at the same time. They're both completely incompatible with our way of life, and disruptive, and they're all illegal. And at the same time, they're also professional, good, hard-working people, professionals who are just fleeing war. So which one is it? They're trying to sell it as both ways. Obviously to the base, they're selling them as illegals, and to people living nearby, they're saying, "Oh no, these are all right. You'd be okay." Apparently, nobody was convinced. Nobody was convinced that this was going to be a good idea in that area. But then again, it was Essex and James Cleverly as well. So,
yep.
Yeah.
So, Braverman with her terrible stuff. Let's shall we move on?
Yeah, we spent quite a bit of
shall we
time
have a quick look at the chat before we move on?
Yeah.
Super lovely. Now come see what you could have won, says Sir Larry the Cat.
Yeah.
This will be a disaster, disease, war, mutiny, says Allshorts. It's a concentration camp, says Porky Prime Cup. It is essentially.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go as far as calling it a concentration camp, but it's definitely a prison of sorts. Yeah, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, will they be able to leave there? I don't know. Will they be able to go out and about, or are they going to be stuck there? I don't know. Basically, it's just
it was a sale. Yes, Ben Shaw says it was a sale yesterday, and that looks quite decent, but it's still disgusting to put families there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like two to a room by the sounds, by the number of rooms and the number of people are talking about. It's like two to a room, isn't it? So.
Duke Benjamin says, "How about we shove the stories on it and send it out to sea?
Just push it out. Just take a tug to the Mid Atlantic and let go. Bye."
Give Boris Johnson the wheel. Let's see how far they are.
Oh dear.
Oh,
well, he hasn't got a motor.
Allegedly, I'm not advocating for it.
You can't steer it or anything. It's just a barge. You just literally push it out to sea and let it go.
Claiming benefits and accused of tax fraud at the same time, says Tom. Absolutely.
Yeah, Mr. Salary Cats.
That and more possibly misgivings, says Ruth to Pedulous there.
Salary Cat says Mr. Slave Trader Ancestor is up in arms about this. NIMBYism lives here. Yeah, NIMBYism is in full swing in this country.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that before, number 3. It could get hot inside. Yeah, blimmin' heck, the summer. Oh God, yes. You mentioned that last when we talked about it a few weeks back.
I mean, it's probably got air conditioning based on what they're saying there. Because if it's for work staff, then it's probably ideally for employees initially.
Boris will swim to Peppa Pig Land.
St Kilda's nice this time of the year, I'm told.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah. Right.
Disease says all.
Shall we move? Shall we move on?
Yeah. Let's move on to the next one.
Yep. Our favourite topic. We were just polling about it. The coronation. After the weekend, we hopefully won't be talking too much about it. Police to use live facial recognition in the crowd at King Charles's coronation. The Met Police have been accused of using the coronation.
One of my lights just fell down. Sorry. Just going to put the article on because.
Go ahead.
Oh, hang on. Sorry.
It's a blank screen.
Sorry, I didn't set that one up. That's it. Hang on. Go on. You carry on. I'll sort it out. Go on.
All right. The Metropolitan Police have been accused of using the coronation stage, the biggest live facial recognition operation in British history. The force said on Wednesday it intended to use the controversial technology which scans face and matches against the list of people police want for alleged crimes that could identify convicted terrorists mingling in the crowds or Republican protesters, allegedly. Hundreds of thousands of people are expected on Saturday as King Charles is crowned at Westminster Abbey, even though he's already king, after a procession through central London with a massive security operation in place, cost of us, the taxpayer. The announcement came as police were given new powers to crack down on protests, enacted into law by government just days before the high-profile ceremonial event. Campaigners feared the face scanning technology could be used against protesters and that police have done so before. The Met insists it would not be used to quell lawful protests or target activists. I don't believe that for a moment, but okay. Campaign groups do not believe them. Britain's biggest force says it is not used to identify people who are linked to or have been convicted of or been involved in protest activity. That's what they're saying, allegedly. A leading academic expert said a number of people whose faces would be scanned would make it the largest deployment yet of facial recognition LFR in the UK. The scale of the planned use of the LFR was unprecedented, said Pete Fuzzy, who advises the Biometric Surveillance Camera Commission on Human Rights and Ethics, and has also led an independent review of the Met's previous trial of LFR in 2018-2019. The largest previous LFR deployment was a 2017 Notting Hill Carnival, where hundreds of thousands were scanned. A surveillance deployment for the coronation would likely be the biggest live facial recognition operation ever conducted by the MPS, and probably the largest ever seen in Europe. What do you make of them using this, Lee?
Well, it's the sort of thing that the Chinese government uses to keep control of their population. So take from that what you will. Doesn't surprise me
saying
they're
that.
using it.
I was just going. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I was just
No,
going to
no,
say they're not. They say they're not going to use it for protesters.
Mm. Who are they going to use it for? You're going to be scanning everybody at the side of the road, and then if anybody protests appears, they can just kind of like track them. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's this sort of stuff. Just it's 1984 type stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it just stinks of. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could just see that, like, because for protesters, it's like they're not a terrorist, yeah, but we know they're like one of the ringleaders of the Republican protesters. So yeah, facial recognition recognizing, bing, they're just going to swipe that person away.
That's it. Yeah, if they know who they are, if they got a list of people or they got photographs of people or of people that they suspect might be out to cause trouble. Before they even get there, they'll be using the facial recognition to pick them out of the crowd and deal with them before they even get a chance to. So, Zhao says, "Well, Russia and China are using, so why not Angoland? I mean, Wangaland, Wales and England. Yeah.
Once they have the data, they have it for good. Says Allshorts. Exactly. Yeah.
That with AI, what a mix. Yeah. Says it's Allshorts. Yeah.
He just says the US uses it too. Yeah, we're not surprised the Americans use it.
Just going back onto last article, there was I think Allshorts says founders double capacity. I think it's like 250 rooms, isn't it? But I think it's 2 to a room, which is probably kind of
something
what
like
have,
that. Yeah,
what you'd have in those sort of working for for if you got like a crew building a road or something, then probably that would be the type of setup that they would usually go for anyway. So that'd probably be why it's 500.
Funny we didn't see the pictures of those rooms, like the bedrooms.
Didn't show them inside, did it? No.
Interesting.
Pictures inside. I'll have a look. But no, it doesn't look like it.
But as far as this coronation's going to go, like I think we know there was reports of up to at least 1,000 people. Republicans are going to protest, but maybe some might be a bit more put off by this. Maybe it was interesting. Political X did a great video. I think it was I saw a few days ago, where he basically was down there asking people about it, like just asking people about it. And there are some people who are still who point out that they are in favour of the monarch, but at the same time, it's like they're not happy that we're paying all this expensive money for it when in a time of a cost of living crisis, which is a fair point. And some people are just saying that it should have ended when the Queen died, pretty much. But it's a great video. Definitely should check it out. Political X, they put a lot of effort into it. I definitely would recommend checking out that video. Just listening to see what people down there at Buckingham Palace were saying about this.
Yeah. Although if you wore like a King Charles mask, face mask, and probably get away with it, maybe.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, shall we? We've got a message from the King.
Oh, of course, yes. Very important message from the King, guys. We have exclusive access to the King for you guys.
A message just for you.
Yep, just for you guys.
Look here, plebs. When one says you are invited to swear your allegiance to one, what one means is that one demands you swear your allegiance to one, okay? Do you know how long one has waited to become king? Do you? One has waited one's whole life, you know. I didn't think Mama would ever relinquish the crown, and, you know, if Liz Truss hadn't bumped her off, one would probably still be waiting. So swear your allegiance to one and tug your bloody forelock while you're doing it, okay? Doesn't cost you anything, does it? Well, apart from the 250 million pines you're spending on one's coronation, or as the kids are calling it on Twitter talk, #ChuckyCozzles. Now, you know, one knows that some of you are saying, you know, why when, you know, millions are struggling and we have more food banks than